Hi, I'm Miriam Grace, psychotherapist, and I'm making a little video to let you know why I'm asking for your help with the conference and why I really want you to come along and bring your friends as well. So when I got my redundancy pay last September, the first thing I did was to put a quarter of the money towards a UK meet up for the women I've been supporting and the women who've been supporting me over the last 10 years or so. And this is something we've been wanting to do for years, but there was a global pandemic and, some of us, including me, got ill and so on. And then I put another quarter of my redundancy money into developing the podcast so that we all have a lasting record and testimony to the awesome women around us. So I'm hosting this event, and I'm really happy to have put the money down, and it's going ahead. I've sold enough tickets to make it enjoyable and worthwhile, but not enough to cover the costs. That's not the main reason I want you to come. It's because this is going to be national. It's not just a local meetup, and it's not just a lesbian event. It is a later in life lesbian event. We're like the niche area of the minority group. And I've been writing a book. I think that I've got a contract for this book that's coming out next year, and I've had a chapter in this book published. It's a bit more academic, but about the support for later in life lesbians, and there just isn't much out there. So I want us to have a space to really explore the issues that are coming up again and again. One of the things I'm quite excited about is how are we, what does a lifelong lesbian need to know about the later in life lesbian? And what does the later in life lesbian need to know about the lifelong lesbian, and what happens in the dynamics in that relationship? Clients of mine are often dealing with internalized shame, estrangement from children or parents. So I want to encourage you to be able to work with the issues that have come up for you. I'm hoping that we'll have a workshop for those of us that I won't be 60, but those of us who are 60 plus, I'll be 1 month off that, and looking at the intensity, of these, certainly these very early relationships and attachment styles and regression and all of those things. I absolutely believe, and many of you know, that the psychology that I work from, that all therapists and psychologists work from, is heterocentric and male centered. Phone call through right in the middle of a recording. So, we've got psychotherapists and people who've done quite a lot of research into these areas, and there's going to be social time and networking time. There's a disco, and those who are a little bit more introverted. We're going to have a board game set up in a different room. So I'd really like you to come. Yes, it will help with ticket sales. I'm not making a profit at the moment. I am making a loss, but I want to make enough so that we can get the speakers that we want, so that you can hear from the women that most inspire you, or who might have the answer to some of your questions. So please have a look at the event and the tickets. I know it looks like it costs a lot, but about 45% of the ticket price is for the absolutely gorgeous, splendid food. And then there's a little bit on speakers' expenses, and building the website and so on. So, and the venue costs as well, hiring a venue. So I really hope to see you there. It's going to be so nice to put, well, I think I know what your faces look like. I've met quite a lot of you online, but it's going to be so lovely to spend some time and take ownership of this subject matter. We know better than theorists. We have the lived experience, and I'd really like us to take ownership of our demographic and our needs and the support that we want going forward.